I finally reached 200 subs. Um, we just got about 800 more subs to reach 1,000, and yeah, it's been what, like almost a. It's been like what, a year since I was at 100. It took me like over a year to reach. It took me a year to reach 200 subs. It's probably gonna take another year to reach 300. So that what? It might take you about 8 years to reach to 1,000. Cause I've reached 100 subs for about since 1 year, and it took me a year to reach 200. And yeah, um, let's hope we make it to 300 next time, because right now, as you know, we've got future New Englander. I'm good, Chicopee. I'm doing fine. Um, y- well, probably not. I probably will not move to New England. Because as you know, my parents. I guess I'd say my parents do hate New England. They do not like living there. They rather lived in North Carolina. I mean, New England is a good place for me to live. Um, s- but like, I have to get used to North Carolina. But North Carolina is good too. Um, yeah, it is beautiful there. I could tell you that. Living in Massachusetts or Connecticut, or maybe Rhode Island are the better places to live, cause um yeah, I heard it is like a what, like a smart place to live. Sub sub very cool. Alright guys, I'm back. Um you recommend me living in Vermont? Honestly, not really, because there's nothing much to do in Vermont, but I heard it is like a very safe place to live. But what the reason why? Cause they don't really have like um any good places there. You prefer South all day? Okay. South is like, I think you meant like, you're referring to South, like Southern U.S. You are referring. Um, um, South every day. I don't even know what I prefer, but I guess here, um, now I'm, what? I wish I was, listen, if I would have moved from here, if I would have moved from Gastonia to, well, yeah, look, okay, I don't even know what I'm saying right now, but I wish Charlotte could have been a better place to move, but, I have to get used living in the new city. Which y'all, well, maybe none of y'all might know, but yeah, southern U.S. So yeah, um, I've never really been to the southern. Well, yeah, like southeast U.S. Obviously, like Charleston, Columbia. Like I'm talking about South Central. We've never been to a city, and I've been to like what? I've obviously lived in the Midwest, India. So I lived in Indiana, as you know, as a baby. Yeah, I might have said that multiple times, but in terms in terms of culture, the Mason Dixon is super inaccurate for spinning the North and South. Okay, don't know what that is, but There's no way the DC Metro is in the South. It's I I never said DC Metro was in South. But I know it's in the Central though. I know it's like it borders Maryland and Virginia. I know DC borders Metro and I mean they border Virginia and Maryland. I know about that. I've been learning geography for a long time ago. I've been learning all the states and all that. Um so yeah, I already know DC's like in this what East Central. I guess I could say it. Yeah. Um. Now, as y'all know, what I am under a marginal risk. I am under a marginal risk in here. Um. Well, under a marginal risk. So yeah, and you guys have great local restaurant from ice cream and burgers and fries and to seafood and the food is awesome there. Honestly, I do not like seafood. I've never tried. Well, I actually did when I was in where in Wrightsville. I think it was in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. I tried like shrimp there. I remember when we were well, not visiting. We were in a hotel. We were on a vacation on a hotel there in Wrightsville Beach. I tried. I mean, it was all right, but like that was the only time I ever ate seafood. And plus, I don't even eat burgers. I never like I to be honest, I have like never ate a burger in my life. No, no joke. You should go to a local fish camp. Um, I don't fish camp. Um, I don't fish camp. That's something. That's something I would tell you. I do not fish camp. And great thing about New England, you're safe from tornadoes and you get great deals on stuff, tag sales everywhere. Now I do know they are now I do know it is safe from tornadoes. I know New England is safe from tornadoes and all that. That's fish camps or restaurant. Oh, never mind. I thought you were talking. It's because I thought I don't really know some stuff type of those type of things, and I've never been to a fish restaurant. I've never did. Well, yeah, the only time I've been there was like when I was in a restaurant in Wrightsville Beach, North Carolina. I've never been to like where Captain D's and all that. I've never been there. Now like what? No, yep, I've never been there. I don't even know how it tastes like there. That's something. Now I never wanted to tell you this, but um back as a little kid, when I was a little kid, I used to call Captain D's Captain DS, like like the Nintendo DS and all that. I used to call it Captain DS because I thought like that's how you say it. I'm not joking. I used to call it that way. I used to call it Captain DS. Um, in New England, some places let you catch fish, take the fish home and eat them. Um, I don't fish, but all the family from the beach always says our fish and shrimp is the best. You do want to try the crab in New England though. Yeah. Me too. Well, I wouldn't say me too, but maybe one day I might try it. since I don't eat fish. Tropo is awesome here. Skip, you just get your usual South Station, but hey, Tropo is amazing. Honestly, I don't know, but, like I know I would say like you could get most stations from New York, obviously Vermont, New Hampshire, probably Maine. You could probably get the all station from different states in the New England, all of them. Like from North Carolina, you could get a Georgia station, Tennessee station, Virginia. Well, not well unless if you get very strong tropo, you could get Virginia stations, but you will obviously get South Carolina. I get South Carolina, Tennessee, and Georgia from here. I'm not talking of well, I'm talking about FM, not talking about AM. I know AM like I'm not sure if you could get Tennessee stations from if I could get Tennessee stations from here. I know I could get one Virginia stations. I know in the night you can. That's clear channel. Um so yeah, that's all I could get when it's tropo. But like when it's skip, you could mostly get stations from Kansas, Nebraska, Texas, Oklahoma. I can't even get like any South Dakota or North Dakota. I mean, I've gotten them. I just can't get it through my home. I could get what a Missouri station in Arkansas. I mostly get those stations from those states. In terms of both FM and NWR, SC, and Georgia are the most common states. Yep, we both DX. Well, yeah. You mostly DX and know what a radio. That's I know you at DX know what a radio. I don't really DX on know what a radio because all these radios I have like the throw your 300, the Recom, the 120. You can't even like what? You can't even get skips from there. I tried getting doing it on the Recom, and you couldn't get anything. That's why I might need to get a handheld one. I'm planning to get a 12993, but they're gonna be too expensive on eBay, and they could scam. Canada, can you get on FM? You can get on F. Well, in Massachusetts, I know you said that, but like, I've gotten a few Canada stations on from here. I've gotten a few Quebec stations. I got in Ontario, and I believe Manitoba too. I know I've gone Ontario and Quebec. Those are the only two I definitely got. You do more NWR because I'm continuously trying to add new stations. Yep. I know you've gotten I know you've gotten about three of them or four. Canada Weather Radio is shut down, and I never caught can. Weather Radio Canada, I know they shut down. I've heard about that. As of right now, South Carolina is the only state that I've gone every station out of. Yep. I have never gotten in any. I've gotten obviously WXJ21. I've gotten WXJ20, WXJ22. That's pretty much it. No, maybe and well KC85. I don't know if they're licensed to Hardeeville. All I know it does serve the Savannah area. Do you know if they licensed to Savannah, Georgia, or Hardeeville, South Carolina? I don't even know. Night. Oh my God. Please don't end this live. Please do not. All right, never mind. It always does the loading screen, and I keep thinking it's gonna end. Okay, KC85 is licensed to Savannah, and you still have three North Carolina transmitters left. Um, hopefully you get them soon. Hopefully you get them soon. because the only North Carolina NWR stations I've gotten so far is obviously I'm talking about DXing ones. WXL 42, WWF 60, and WNG 588. Well, I can no longer get WNG 588 anymore from the new home. I can no longer get it. I used to get it in my old home sometime, but not anymore. I can't even get it anymore. But I can get WXL 56 with clear signal and WXL. Guess I'd say I'm like a little close to. No, I would say a little further to the transmitter of WXL 70 because too many bleed overs there. Transmitter located in Ocady, um, Georgia or South Carolina. I don't know. I know I've gotten that. That's the only Georgia. No, actually, WXK 54 is another. Is also one of the Georgia NWR stations I get. Well, I've gotten. I didn't. I've gotten them. Ocadi's in South Carolina. Okay. Um. Now as you know, um. Yeah, I've gotten also Georgia FM stations. No, not well. Yeah, but I was gonna say Savannah too. You can get Philadelphia weather from WXJ 42. Um, okay. But as you know, which is Upton and their transmitters in um, Upton like the office where NWS office. I know that. You can get Atlanta and Cincinnati both on WXK 40. Connecticut. Okay. Um. As you know, um, I haven't gotten yet. Where is WXK 46? I don't know like I don't really know much about I don't really know a lot of know what are radio stations. Where is WXK 46? It's on the same frequency as WXK, so chances of getting it are near zero. Well, unless unless if it's like a very strong tropo, I no maybe E skip. No, not really. Um, maybe very strong. It's probably about what 400 something miles away from. Chances of getting it are near zero. um, yeah, never gone Ohio stations before. No, not FM, not NWR. No, not single. Only AM, but the AMs don't count. AMs don't count. So yeah, never gone in. And you can also get Montreal, Canada weather from the Vermont's No Weather radio station. And it comes here in Massachusetts. Nice. WXK 46 is only 154 miles. Being on the same frequency as WX makes getting it from here nearly impossible. WXK. Now, I know, wait, when WXL 70 goes off the air, can you like get WXL 50? Can you like get WXL 50 from isn't WXL 50 from what, St. Paul's, North Carolina? Um like when WXL yeah. Like I think you're saying here like Can you get through your house? Yeah, yeah. I've actually never gotten WXL 50 because I've always seen WXL. Well, I've seen WXL 70 off the air, maybe like a few seconds, and then they go back on the air. I always see that happening. They always go off the air for like a few well, they go static for like a few seconds and then they return back. I also seen the same problem happening with KHG 27. Um, I've heard so yeah. I'm not sure if every GSP station does that all the time, but yeah, they go static for like a few seconds and they oh, GSP issues severe thunderstorm warning for Greenville Pickens. Well, I guess I'm gonna try to get it.
Greenville Spartanburg has issued a severe thunderstorm warning for north central Greenville County in upstate South Carolina, northeastern Pickens County in upstate South Carolina until 2:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. At 2:05 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time, a severe thunderstorm was located 14 miles north of Greenville downtown or near Slater, Marietta, and is nearly stationary. Hazard, 60 miles per hour wind gusts and quarter-size hail. Source, radar indicated. Impact, minor hail damage to vehicles is expected. Expect wind damage to trees and power lines. Locations impacted include Travelers Rest, Slater Marietta, Tigerville, Pleasant Ridge State Park, Cleveland, Pumpkin Town, Jones Gap State Park, and Paris Mountain State Park. For your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. Torrential rainfall is occurring with this storm and may lead to flash flooding. Do not drive your vehicle through flooded roadways. Please report damaging winds, hail, or flooding to the National Weather Service by calling toll-free 1-800-267-8101 or by posting on our Facebook page or post it to X using hashtag NWSGSP. Your message should describe the event and the specific location where it occurred. Repeating, a severe thunderstorm warning has been issued until 2:45 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time for the following counties in South Carolina, Greenville and Pickens.
All right. So I sorry about that. I was just getting the alert. I don't even know why I got it on the what. Sorry if I took a little long because I was getting the alert, but either I feel lazy uploading it on YouTube. That's something, but it is better to watch. Just don't waste your money and wait 12 hours for nothing in sports betting. But please don't bet or waste your money going going to our local game because our teams are shitty anyways. Yeah, I don't really watch those type of thing. Yep. No problem. No problem. I reminded you. Um, planning. I haven't even started editing the August ones, even the missed July ones. I'm planning to delete them anyway, cause probably. See, I had an EAS video up like made for like what? See, I made a comp about it was like an hour of compilation, and I barely got any views. Barely. I only got like 30 views on that. But yeah, that's all I would say. And yeah, I caught it on WXJ21, dude. And I heard you say you got a TEF 6686. First DXer in Charlotte who has one. Cause as you know, I don't have one, and it is too expensive. Also, I was asking you, where did you get that TEF 6686 from? You haven't even told me yet. Like, like Amazon or eBay. I mean, Amazon would be too expensive, Probably more expensive on eBay since they love to scam you. Driving sucks there, but you get used to it. Just like a minute. Um okay. Honestly, North Carolina is much worse, man, cuz if you like go to Western North Carolina, if you drive in through Western North Carolina, there's going to be too many curves, like curving. $60? No, okay, there is actually no way because I was in Amazon and they were like what? They were like $300 when I checked. I swear I saw a TEF that costed $300. Can I help you set up your server? Oh, you're talking to Breaku. Never mind. It's a mini one. Well, it doesn't really matter because, well, is it like more minier than the? Is it like more minier than the H? Well, probably not. As you know, the HDR is much smaller than that TEF. I know they have better reception. Well, better DXing. Well, probably better reception there too. I know it's way better for DXing than there. And also, very cool. I hope you get like a what and then um a DXing server, cause I would be glad. Cause we've never had somebody in Charlotte who has a DXing server. Um, the closest one for me is in Bristol, Tennessee. Um, the closest one is in Bristol, Tennessee. Um, You could get, but I could get those. I know you could get WMIT from there, which is on 106.9. You could get WMIT from the Bristol, Tennessee server. Uh, you could get WKSF. WNTW is one of the stations I get. And obviously WETS. I get that station sometimes, even when it's not DXing. I still get the station. But also tomorrow is a Tennessee RMT tomorrow, but I thought today it was, but there's actually two dates. Like I was yeah, tennis there's actually two dates where you could get. Today was the central daylight time. Tomorrow's the Eastern daylight time, and East Tennessee stations are Eastern Daylight Time, so you could try to get RMT from there tomorrow on the. Well, if you can't get any station from there, try get using it on the FMDXing web server and go to Bristol, TN, Virginia. So yeah, um, Fairway I think only uses his better FM reception. But I could be wrong. I don't know either. I remember commenting on his what? I remember commenting um on his video about like 7 months ago, and because of the time when WLNK was moved to 100.9. Um, the closest one is at the Norfolk, Virginia. Well, no, like I guess his server is I guess his server is the what, not not like maybe it's closed. So, but there is, well there is. Oh, I'm in the Piedmont, North Carolina. I'm in the Charlotte metro area. So, yeah, I'm in the Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia. That's the close. Maybe it's closed. I'd say so. Yeah. Honestly, yeah, Bray Cool should get one, but he should get a DXing server because that's what I could like. If in case if like what do I say? If I never had any radios, then I could just use the DXing on it. Way close to Breako. Yep. Then because if he had an FMDX server, then Bristol, Tennessee, Virginia will no longer be my closest. And yeah. Well, and you're hearing lightning because we are under a marginal risk. So yeah. Oh, so sorry about that. Yeah. I wish I had a DX server, but like, yeah, I know you might need it. I know you need an SDR for that, but I don't have one. I might get one soon. I know. So yeah. Mm. I heard you said you had one, Jacob B. I just, but there's like a problem. I don't really, it doesn't really show up on me. Like, you also plan buying another 120 for NWR. Well, I recommend you maybe listen. If you me listen, I wish me and you would trade weather radios one day. Very cool since we're a bit close to each other. Like I wish we met, but like to trade, but like I might need more weather radios than that, cause yeah, I wish we traded stuff. Um, please, Florida, give me something to convince me to move to Piedmont County so that I can really be close to every EAS enthusiast. Oh, okay. So yeah, the CR1 1009 is the top tier for it too. I don't even know which one is the top tier. Either maybe that 120 DSP. That I guess I'd say this the best one because since I remember when I was like close to WXL70's transmitter, it was too many bleed throughs. It was too many bleed throughs on frequencies. I could even get WNG 538. I could even get WXG 21, WXL 56. Well, in my old home, now I can get WXL 56 from the. I get WXG. I could get KJYD5 a little bit. Just it's still static. I've never gone in with clear signal on that 120. Almost every yeah I seen is not everyone is in the Piedmont, North Carolina. I know a few YouTubers that lives in I know a few enthusiasts that are from the Piedmont. I know you, Bray Cool, I know Jay, I know Jacob WX is one of them who and I know um I do know like these type of people. Um so yeah, I do know a few enthusiasts from the Charlotte area. So I su- so yeah, well, I'd say the Charlotte metro area, not I know a few like well, I'd say I listen, I would yeah. Okay, break you know them all. Um first of all, let's don't really talk about rating stuff. Don't really want to know about that, but don't really want to know about the rating stuff. Try not like mention. Oh yeah, and also by the way, Eamon could be also another enthusiast from here. Though I don't even know what. Yeah, I know he is one of them too. Let's move on. Yep. Um, I know Breaku. You know them all. You're more EAS than I do. I mostly what radio. I would say radio enthusiasts. Well, either way, EAS is technically not really radio. These weather radios are radios, obviously, but like I'd say like more radio. I'd say what I used to make like band scanning, FM band scans, legal IDs, and all that. Yeah. Um, yeah, I do know. Now I've known like what there's like I've known like a few Charlotte radio or EAS enthusiasts. Well, I'd say like YouTubers that lived in the Charlotte area. Um, so yeah. Anyways, I don't even know why I got my HDR with me, but in case, we might just I guess turn it on and um yeah. How much battery do I got 74%. Anyways, yeah. You know you can set up a server with a TV. Um I do know about that, but like I do not have a TEF yet. Um I wish Sanji and HDR14 could be one of them. I wish that they with the HD. I know one of the DXing servers have HD on their server. I know one of them. It was like the one in Miami. I know the one in Miami, Florida is probably the one with the HD. Um I remember I've been to the server. I do remember there was like somebody with the what? Someone with the HD. And plus, there's barely any tropo one I'm getting right now. So I recently turned that radio off because there's barely any tropo or e-skips. Nothing. I know yesterday there was an e-skip happening. It was like it was a bit insane. It wasn't like my best one because it wasn't the longest one. But yeah, I've gone like stations from I've wait that's not possible with an HDR14. I don't know how they make it possible with the Sony HD, but the HD remove off the F. Yep, it is sad because you could get like you could. But like I was saying, I know it's not possible, but I wish it did. I wish that did happen. Um, it I know a few people who I know got F a DXing server. I've heard you've got one. I know Radio Frenzy has one. I've seen him having a I know he has a DXing server. I know who I know DX Central. I think it's either DX Central or Danny Radio, who has a DXing server. I've heard one of those YouTubers got a DXing. It's I can't tell which, or maybe both of them. I don't even know. And FN too. FN, I know FN has a well, he does have a TEF. I've heard he put the title on it um in the in his server. I've heard about that. Um so yeah, those are like the only people. One of my friends gotten hacked from the Discord by the HD plugin. Well, I don't have Discord, so I don't know who. I don't have Discord, so yeah. I've do got. I've the only social I have is TikTok. That's the only one I got. Um, I've considered the HDR14 as well, but I saw the TEF66 selling at a great price. I didn't want to turn the opportunity down. Thank. I mean, the HDR did costed like $100, and I had and yeah, um, had to buy it. Had to buy it, cause well, I actually got this for the HDR for my birthday. If you guys are wondering, so yeah, um, I was so excited getting that. Um, yep, I got TikTok and um, but I don't really upload. I don't really upload that much there, so YouTube is better. Um, YouTube is better, so yeah. Um, the HDR. I mean, the HDR. You could get the what? You could also get HD. Like yesterday when eSkip happened, like I mentioned you yesterday, there was an eSkip. I've gotten one with HD. I've gotten 90.1 KUCO from Edmond, Oklahoma. Um, even including it had it included like more HD. It had like three HDs. Well, they had like the maximum was the HD3. Um, and yeah, that was the only one I've gone. I haven't even confirmed the rest of them. I haven't even confirmed. You gotta say otherwise, to be honest. Um, TikTok is better. Well, that's that's good for you. Um, I know, like, don't I do have like a few enthusiasts that follow me. Um, just don't feel like now I could tell you that what I do I do have some of those videos that are not you of them that are not even uploaded to YouTube, and that was only uploaded to TikTok. That's what I would say. But yeah, I don't really upload TikTok that much. So yeah. And we're possibly gonna get in some severe weathers. We are possibly gonna get severe weather soon. Because look at the cloud. Can't really show you it, but I could just uh you follow me on TikTok. Thanks. I'll make sure to maybe follow back, because as you know, sometimes I don't really uh I don't really sometimes pay attention to some. There's this one guy on TikTok who keeps spamming, who keeps following, like by spamming it, and I'm literally getting tired. TF6686 about to cook. Well, yeah, but like, I just want to let you know, you might need to hurry. You might need to like, E-Skip is probably gonna end soon because they end like in August. They end like in the beginning of September. So, and they like start in the beginning of May. That's what I know because they mostly happen in the summer. Coming Thursday. Well, um, hopefully E-Skip happens at that time because we can't wait to see an unboxing. Mm, hopefully we make an unboxing video. I would love to see it for sure. I would love to see it for sure. I see. I don't really make. I've only like made. I do have unboxing videos, but they're unlisted. I would say on the main. It doesn't matter. You could like stream in whatever channel. I mean, this is the only channel I have. Listen, I'm planning to have another YouTube channel. Um I can't even think. Maybe I should have a DXing channel like you cuz as you know, are we putting right, I forgot about that. Yeah, you do need fit. I wish you could get no subs just to stream. So yeah, you're under 50 subs. Yep, it is sad. I remember you were this first channel. You were this channel's first subscriber. Gotta give you that. Yep. Like I might have heard about. Yeah, cause so you're basically saying like I was like the first. Okay, I was the first. You were the first person to yeah. Maybe because I'm also a DXer, but well, that doesn't really mean I'm a DXer. I know. Now I basically do know only enough. I do know like a few DXers from. I know Colano is a DXer based from the Raleigh area. Um, I do know Colano is also a DXer. Um, he's also another DXer. From there. I mean, he's now what now I do want to tell you who he's actually good at timing legal IDs. I think I would say that he's actually good at timing legal IDs. I don't even know because he has too much legal IDs. And I'm not even good. Maybe he I don't even know what how. I mean, I've gotten a few e-skip legal IDs. Well, the first ever one was KRPT from Divine, Texas. It's based off a station from like San Antonio area. That was like the first ever one. I mean, I've gotten more. So yeah. Now, I wanted to tell you this. I've gotten 92.3 WPRO's legal ID, but I accidentally deleted it. I accidentally deleted the video. Um, yeah, I was little. I was stressed about it because that was the only chance I could get it, and I never got. I mean, I've recorded what? I mean, I recorded other times when I got WPRO. I'm gonna get a USB HEB and try USB hub and try and run both SDR and TF6686 web servers without both without limits, so you can DX and listen on both SDR and okay. You've gotten several no weather radio station IDs through Tropo. Nice. I haven't even gotten. Well, I did gotten, but like I just don't record them. I don't really record station IDs from no weather radio. I mostly record radio, the FM or AM stations. Well, I don't think. Well, yeah, I did AM, but that was back in 2025 when like one of my first ever radio videos I've did like. Now I wanted to tell you I've actually joined I've started like getting interested in radio stuff in September of 2024. Don't remember what day, but I do remember it was in September 2024. And I started recording it like in October 2020 cuz I have it on my photos. So yeah, I might plan to upload them. Might plan to, but not yet. I feel lazy. Um, so yeah. First ever video was TWC video from September 2021. I can't even I don't even have TWC in my home. Um I just want to let you know that what my first ever video was back in December 2023, but it was not about radio stuff. It was based off a Roblox game called Slap Battles, where I met the top one player. No joke. And plus, honestly, Roblox is starting to suck. So yeah, I don't feel like talking about that. Cause they get their updates. Their update is BS. They always get some. They always get bull crap updates. So yeah, but yeah, that was my first ever video. I mean, now as you know, um, my first EAS video was in what last year. Randomly, it was I did not expect getting an EAS on WRBK. I was just DXing at the time. I did not expect to get an SVR on WRBK. And WXL70, I knew WXL70 related because it was issued for Cherokee too, and definitely KG27 because it was also in Cherokee and Union. Because I decided to check, like, as you know, I'm starting to know much about EAS now because at the time I did not expect getting the um 5 years on the main. Well, it's almost what you got about 1 month left to have your first video on. You have 1 month left to have 5 year anniversary. Hopefully you celebrate it. Very cool. I'll be glad to. Exactly. I know it's August 4th. So yeah, August 4th. You got 1 month left till September. I plan on it one way or another. Yep. And you could hear storms. Oh my god. Yep. We're under a marginal risk, so that's something. Um so yeah. Uh planning to now I just got about 800 more subs till I reach 300. No, I mean not okay, all right, that was a fail. I meant to say 1,800 800 just to reach 3. I mean, that would be no, actually I got like, well, yeah, one. I'd say, well, if I get like, I don't know how much I get now. Maybe it's still the same. Don't know. Maybe. But yeah, that was a fail. What I said. 800 left. Oh my god. 800 left. Listen. I was meant to say 1,000. Well, it's live, so um, if you want, you could make a video about it. I don't really care. Just it was like embarrassing what I said because 800 to 300. Yeah, I'm sorry. I was meant to say I was meant to say 1,000. So yeah, that was the most embarrassing moment on this live right now. So it's too late now. I can't even end it because no, as you know, it's already on live. So if any of y'all watching this, y'all could just upload it. Just be sure to credit me. Just um be sure to credit me. If you not forcing y'all, but main plan is to hit 1K by the time you graduate high school. Yep. That will be maybe depends. Um, maybe you might. You probably will. I'd say, but anyways, so I'm plan. Listen, as you know, it might take about years to reach 1,000. I don't know how long though. I'd say about 8 years to reach 1,000 subs. So yeah, might take about 8 years for me. I don't know how. Maybe yeah. For you reach about 700 subs, about 700 something sub. Graduating 2028. Nice. But yeah, I reached 700 on June 3rd. And yeah, June 3rd. And yep, and today I reached 200 on August 4th. So, yeah. And maybe we reach 250 next time because as you know, it's like you 600 on January 15 with oh yeah, I did remember it was on. I remember watching a video about it. Your plan is to get a TEF 6686 before you graduate high school to finish high school. I graduate this year. Let's go. Um, I know you've been wanting a TEF 66. I've heard about you. I've heard about you saying it. I've heard about you saying you want one. Um, maybe everybody might want. I know Bray Cool, he had one. Lucky him. Oh, lucky him, he got it. And oh my god, you are hearing thunderstorms already. So yeah, you never had one, but I'm getting one. Yeah, I know that. On Thursday, I heard you told me. Can't wait to see it since I love being on people's live stream, like your live stream, Josh's live stream. Um, and yeah, honestly, you guys might have like y'all. I mostly be on y'all's live streams actually. I mean, I sometimes be on Radio Frenzies too. I'd say that. I don't have any other. I don't have no one else who make live streams. I mean, I do, but just the famous YouTubers. I don't even watch. I don't even care about theirs. Um. So yeah, I'm planning to get. I'm planning to get like I don't know. I do plan getting on a 12993, but like I said, it'll be too hard to find a cheaper one, and yeah, it'll probably be the final stream of summer since I start a week from tomorrow. Okay, yeah. Radio Frenzy is the guy that I will love to collab, and I love being on his live stream. Yep. Um, yeah. Radio Frenzy's cool. Yeah, I know he is. I do know he's cool. But yeah. Um, yep, and he's one of the only dudes uh with the DXing server, which we already get it. I already get it. I get it. We all get it. One of the best dudes I've ever watched. Yep, sure is. But I would say Josh like gets also good live stream, but like I mean Radio Frenzies too. I sometimes see his RWT streams. That's what I would say. I do see sometimes his RWT streams. Um, but I mostly watch Josh because he did collab with Josh back in 2024. Nice. I've never collabed with anyone. Not even you. Not even Josh. Not even no one. Not you or Chicopee. Um, never collabed with anyone. I mean, maybe one day we would collab. That's something. Uh, Um, I heard Radio Frenzy did collab with Josh about him showing what the Midland ER50 or 40 and a little and his new Sony HD radio. I saw a video about it, so yeah, I do know. Radio Frenzy did collab with Josh, so yeah. Mm. So yeah, I do plan on collabing with someone. Just don't know who. Um, Cause like I say, my Southern Pennsylvania WX is cool, but he's low key starting to get on the bad side, on my bad side. Why do you say that? He's not really on the bad side. I wouldn't say that. He seems like a really chill guy, you know? Yeah. He seems like a really chill guy. I mean, not everyone else. He is not everyone he is, but to me not so much. Yeah. Um uh I've started watching him maybe since last year since so yeah, cuz understand of about EAS and all that, but yeah. Nope, what's happening? Oh, never mind. I keep thinking that's why I don't join his RWT anymore. I joined Radio Stream, Frenzy Stream. He's amazing. I've had a few criticism of Josh over the years, but overall he's one of my top channel supporters and a good friend. Yeah. He he's also a good friend to me too. I've never had any, never like broke. I never broke any rules on the channel. Like, good thing nobody on this channel ever broke a rule except, well, I don't feel like saying it, so yeah. It's not about like Southern Pennsylvania WX is my second. He Radio Frenzy is my number one. Honestly, I don't really want, I do not want to say who is my top one or who is my top last, because I don't feel like, I mean, I do, like, I know you guys are like one of the best channels, I would say. Um, I do have a lot of good favorite. I mean, I don't really have a top one or a top last. I don't really. That's something I do not have a top one or a top last. I don't have necessarily a or a number one in the community. I'm chill with everyone. Me too. I do be chill with uh everyone. You don't like. So yeah. I also do not have a best friend. In as a YouTube, I would say as a YouTube, I would say YouTube friends I met. There's obviously some EAS creator I talk to more than other because I just know them more. Yeah, me too. Like I do know much about you. Obviously, you're like one of them. Um, leaning you're leaning more on anime and AM and FM and FM radio. I'm a little bit on AM. I'm I'm no Noah anymore. Yeah, I'm not an AM fan. I'm mostly an FM fan cuz AM is too I do know AM stations from here. I know almost like not almost all of. I do know like all of them in Charlotte since I know every FM station, every AM station in the Charlotte metro area. I know. Trust me, I do know all of them. Cause I've been like knowing all the stations like a year now. Well, maybe half a year, I'd say. And just to let you know, the Sangean antenna is now like this. The HD. I might as just well show y'all. You can see it's a little bent now. The HDR antenna is bent. It's a little bit bent. Trying to make it straight, but it probably won't happen because I might break the antenna after this. But yeah, a little bit bent. Um, but yeah, I'm still, I'm, s- I'm not. Oh, like I was also about to say that I'm not a fan of anime. I was about to say that since I don't really watch anime. Well, I don't watch anime. Anime is not something I watch. So yeah. Um, and I just realized it's just two of y'all chatting. Nobody else, which kind of sucks, but at least I get a few people. Well, anyways, there is lightning. We do have lightning coming. It's starting not to be good, but we could get severe storms. There's definitely not a tornado. I know we were under a tornado risk last time, but yeah. Sorry, I'm sorry, but anime, art Japan, Vocaloids, VTubing. I'm gonna be more active on mine and my girlfriend channel. I'm gonna start when my girlfriend wants to start doing this. Um, all right. Uh, let's hope you do that, and because right now don't have one yet, and don't feel like talking about that. Well, so yeah, never had one in my life to be honest. I wouldn't say I wish, but yeah. And also, it's okay if you don't watch anime. So, yeah, I don't. I don't. I'm not. I've never been a fan of anime. Um, but yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Anyways, don't really have what. Don't really have much to say, but don't really have anyone now. But um, the anime community is really nice, nicer than the EAS community. But you're gonna encounter some weird people if you don't about them. The community is nice overall. Yeah. Um. Nah. I'm not even part of the EAS community. That's something. I'm not even part of the EAS community. Um, you thought EAS community was nice, but you was wrong. Or I don't. Why do you say it's wrong? Or maybe. Well, I guess you say. I guess you are right because. Um, I guess you say the EAS community what might have went like too far. What because what happened in 2020 around 2022, 2023. Well, we're not gonna be talking about that, so let's don't mention that in this life. But yeah, the whole community has gone too far at that time, so let's not talk about that incident, what happened in at that time. So yeah, and you might know that guy, I guess, but yeah, don't mention him. Don't really like. I don't really want. Don't want to talk. Don't let's try. Let's don't talk about that. So yeah, but yeah. Might have. I think you might have referred to that, but I've never been part of the EAS community. So yeah. And looks like possible storms are gonna happen here. Cause as you know, I'm gonna say this. This is gonna be like why my millionth time saying it, but we're under a marginal risk. Don't even know. Um, but yeah, you really want to visit Japan? Well, I know, like I would also visit Japan one day, but I will mostly go to Italy because the reason why I say I want to go to Italy because I would one day like to go to the Lamborghini Museum. As you know, I'm actually a big fan of cars. If you did not knew that, so yeah, and I'm actually a big fan of cars. And you're supposed to go to Paris next year. Yeah, um, I've never. I maybe one day would go to Paris. Um, Paris. I know Paris is a good place to travel. Um, you could go to the Eiffel Tower one day, and yeah. Honestly, I'm planning to go to. I would plan to go to Mexico because, as you know, I love Mexico. Not gonna say I love, but I would maybe one day go to Mexico. If you do end up visiting Paris, are you gonna take your TEF? Oh, never mind. I thought you talking to me. But you think like, well, obviously, I'd say, um, it would obviously work. It would obviously work. Bringing your TEF 6686 would obviously work. Um, you see, like, what? I seen a few DXers going to see. I see most DXers from a Europe with a TEF 6686. Is the TEF 6686 popular in a Europe? I see most DXers using that type of radio. Trust me, I've seen a lot of DXers from a Europe who uses that radio. Like, have y'all seen any videos where DXers from a Europe using that radio? I mean, they also use the XH data those XH data too. I've also seen a few of them using those radios. Those radios might be so popular. I guess I'd say. I guess I'd say they're more popular than than like the Sanjian, because more the eight. I know the Sanjian is popular in the U.S., but I'm saying like the TEF is more popular than, I'd say it's more popular than in a Europe than the U.S. We need more TF 6686 server in Asia and more in the islands and the US. Honestly, I'm not really sure about. I mean, I've never seen a DXer in Asia who used a TF. All I know, I've seen a European DXers. Not never seen any DXers from Asia who used. Now, I don't know, but I possibly seen, there's possibly a DXer from the Asia uh from Asia who might have used an XH data radio. I might, if I'm not there is one in Japan which I like. Nice. And China. Yep. I only know most of the DXers from US cuz it's cuz I, as you know, obviously a guy from the US and not a Europe. And plus, I wouldn't listen, I wouldn't ever live in Europe cuz since I am a fan, like not a big fan of EAS, since I loved like sometime catching EAS. You wouldn't, I mean you would, but like they're not like normal, they're not like the ones from the US. Like they're not like like what? They do not have the same uh sound and all that. So yeah. Plus you wouldn't see me living outside of America. I think you meant like living in the streets. I think you're saying. Uh, nope. Probably wouldn't. Plus, um, I would see. I don't know what to say right now, but yeah, living right in the new home. Just wanted to tell you that. You mean living in another country? Oh, Canada, Mexico, or maybe you would move to Japan. Honestly, I wouldn't move to any country because I loved living in the US. I mean, maybe one day I don't know, may live in Mexico maybe for a little while. But you know, Canada is too cold for. I mean, yeah, Canada. I mean, if you live in the northern Canada, obviously it'll be too cold. You probably will not survive there. So it'll be better if you lived in, I don't know. I mean, for a better place, you would maybe, I'd say better if you live in Ontario or something. That's something I have to talk to my girlfriend and how the American society goes. about moving to Japan. Yeah. Mm. Japan, I would travel to Japan. I mean, maybe one day I might. Uh, I know anime. Maybe you might. I think I know you might travel to maybe because of anime stuff. Yeah, I know. Everybody likes anime, and not everyone, but I'm like one of the only people that do not like anime. Since yeah, you guessed it, Rob. I knew it. Anime. Well, not only people go to Japan just because it's anime. I mean, some other people goes there because maybe I don't know. They would love to go to Tokyo one day, to see the landmarks and all that. I mean, yeah, you might do a scan there. Try identifying the stations, cause it will be too hard to identify. For me, it's definitely cause I barely know any stations from other continents except the U.S., a few Canada, a few of the Mexico ones, and yeah, visiting other countries 1,000%, but not living there. Yeah, um, I would not living. I would not live there. Um, but yeah, because I would barely get. Listen, if I would have been to what other continents, like example Europe, Asia, or Africa, I would barely get. Obviously, that's like like that would be like a 0% chance of getting FM station from the U.S. Well, AM. That would be a zero. I'd say definitely a 0%. Um, and yeah, that is an obvious question that I said. Um, yeah. Oh my. Oh my god. Well, looks like severe. Doesn't look like severe thunderstorms are happening. I'm literally checking on my window and doesn't seem to, it looks like more like blue sky. Doesn't seem like clouds happening. Yeah, especially the fact that Japan doesn't have RDS there, and understanding Japanese is hard. Here's a fact: watching anime with English subtitle is like learning Japanese. Um, yeah, I guess you say that. I don't even, I know I wouldn't understand Japanese there. That's all. That's an obvious reason. And as you know, yeah, watching English subtitles could make you learn Japanese. But yeah, I don't even speak Japanese, so yeah, I'm not a guy who knows stuff. Who knows I mean, I know I know most like very big anime lovers do they probably do speak Japanese, and yeah. That's something I would say. Um and I did not know Japan does not use RDS here, and that's also something um cuz obviously here in the US we do get RDS. Well, it depends. It depends what type of radios you use, because some radios do not have RDS. Oh yeah, you want to know something? Like I wish NOAA weather radio stations did had RDS, but they can't. But they can't. So yeah, just have to watch out for some anime, because some animation I wouldn't understand. I don't watch anime, so yeah. All right, I get it. I get it. I get it. I don't watch anime. I know. Yeah, I'm talking to myself, by the way. But yeah, that's true. Japan doesn't have RDAs in their stations. Yep, so true. It's so true. It will be hard to identify. That's why living in the US and DXing there is much easier, because as you know it, well, because RDS, you but the yeah, just the hardest part about knowing what station you get are the e skips, obviously, because they're further distance. You wouldn't know what station you get, but you could maybe possibly know, unless you know what area are you receiving it from. So yeah, that's something I know. Mm. oh, oh my, what the hell? Yeah. But finding the software isn't that hard. For me at least, listening to that the commercials and stuff and legal ID isn't hard in Japan. Stuff they should do a top of the hour in the beginning of the station ID. Um okay. I never knew that. I never knew how Japan stations make legal IDs. I do know you some I am starting to know that a few US stations are starting to use AI jingles. And that's just lame. I never like AI. And want something worse? You want to know something worse? Even the monthly test of our state uses AI. The only time they do not use AI voices for their monthly tests is the tornado drill parts. They don't use AI voices in the tornado drill. Um, they use AI voices. North Carolina uses AI voices for Amber Alerts and monthly tests for now. I mean, I remember. See, I do remember back in the day. Like, I remember back then they used to have live voices, like until like when, like in the early of 2026 they just started using AI. That's just a and they're absolutely awful. They sound awful. Like if you ever watch some videos where like if you ever saw some videos like who who got in North Carolina RMTs this year and watched them, you'll probably hear what you'll probably hear like AI voices, even the Amber Alerts. Now, South Carolina, on the other hand, do not use AI, and that's actually good. That's a W for South Carolina RMTs. They never use AI voice, and they probably and I hope they don't. Um. Oh my God! I wish the AI. Yeah. Well, I was gonna say I wish the AI never existed because never liked AI. So yeah. Now I did remember they used their RMT voices and I did remember North Carolina RMT used their live voice back like in June. It was like in June 2026, but I never got a chance to record it because it was very early, very early. They always relay RMTs in the night, like midnight, and I sleep. And this is like I get so unlucky. So yeah, and same with my media company, Chicopee Media. I never use AI in my stations, and I don't want to collab with no any other station. I remain fully independent. Chicopee Media. That's honestly really that'll actually be a good name for a radio station for like your company. Chicopee Media would actually a good one. I'm not lying. I'm not gonna lie. But yeah, yeah. Honestly, I would not get make a um non-real media company. Uh, well, I would I would say I was about to like say something like that. Well, I was gonna say, well, is it like real? I mean, I probably not because as you know, I've never seen any radio YouTuber working at a real radio station. I mean, that would actually be very rare. It will actually be very rare. That's a radio YouTuber like I know. I do know Radio Frenzy does have his own radio station. I know about that. I know he had his own radio station. Use FM. Use an FM transmitter for my stations and internet streams. Nice. Um, if I ever had a radio station, it will be. I will put my call sign as WROB. ROB stands for Rob, and that's and yeah. If I ever had one, if I ever had a radio station from here, your internet stream is coming to your FM web server. Mm, well, let's see. Um, Honestly, I'm quite excited to get the TEF 6686. Yeah, I know people get excited over radio stuff. I do. Yeah. It could have been better if you actually got HDR, but I know that TEF was much cheaper. I mean, either way, it still shows RDS. What I do want to know is that I know I've heard Jay. I do know Jay got a HDR 14. I do want to tell you that I've heard him. Now he has like two HD radios. Cause I know he had HDR 15 and now he have HDR 14. Um, so yeah, and you have your call sign, RDS, and everything, even HD. Hopefully soon I can get that all working. Okay, let's see. Uh, so yeah. Oh, TF6686 is also gonna help a lot with FM alerts like WETS and W. Well, about that WETS. I definitely knew WETS. There was a flash flood warning for Morristown, but I did not want it to get it because I'll possibly will get horrible. I don't know if the audio is good for now because I don't even have another device to test. But yeah, I could get ETS a bit. Um, and as you know, I could get WFDD still, even in the new home. Um, so yeah, WFDD is my main. Well, not my main but it will be the main station to get RNK alerts and WKBC too. But they mostly relay from their county. That's like they mostly relay from their county. WKBC mostly relay from their now WFDD. Now I've heard like about 2 days ago, WFDD relayed a flash flood emergency because there was a by from RNK. There was a flash flood emergency for Surrey County. I do know that some Japanese radio station play lo-fi music during the nighttime in Japan, daytime in American school. Ace. Okay, you've caught GSP on WKBC, so it's not just for Wilkes. Well, bro, when I was trying to get WKBC, when I don't know when it's not in when it's not in Wilkes County, I'd like try getting, I tried like waiting, and they haven't relayed it. So I guess the KBC also gets GSP, cause I've never gotten. All I do know, WBT is my main FM station for GSP alerts. Um, WG No, honestly, actually, speaking of WGSP, what I would, sorry for my stutter, but another fail. But yeah, um, speaking that I said W, there's actually a radio station called WGSP in Charlotte. It's based off a Spanish station on 1310. And they have an FM translator on 107.5. If you did not know, there's actually a call sign by the name of WGSP. But yeah, I was about to say WBT is the main FM station for GSP alerts. I don't even know why I mentioned WGSP, but it is actually a station in Charlotte. If you're wondering, it's based off a Spanish station. Um, but yeah, they're hit or miss. I'll admit. Yep. Yeah, that's like one of the only stations that relay SVRs. WBT and WFBC is the main FM station in Greenville that relays SVRs too. WKVG usually relays SVRs, not anymore. I wonder when they don't even relay RWTs anymore. Because back then they used to relay WXJ21's RWT. And the reason how I knew that because I was basically watching a video of Jay's. He he caught an RWT on WX J21. Well, on WKVG that relayed WXJ21. And he also got one on WWLV, which relayed WXL42. WOSF used to, but I don't know if they still do since it's been a while since the last time I've gone the alert of them. Oh yeah, I also forgot. W289BO also relays, which is on 105.7, does relay SVRs too. They even relay, while it is an FM translator and you could barely pick up, they even relay from Montgomery, Richmond, Stanley, and Anson, those Raleigh counties. I'm wondering why do they still relay them? I mean, that's actually good because then I could get more alerts. And WNSC will be my main station for getting South Carolina alerts. Like, I don't know if WBT ever relays York County. They don't. I don't know if they get SVR that's only for York County. I know WNSC does. I do know WNSC does. But yeah, they do relay alerts from what? And I never knew WOSF relayed SVRs or no, so yeah, those are like W289BO is like one of the only. Now, I've never knew this, but WBT relays everything. Actually, not everything, because I was getting an alert for Alexander. I was listen at the time. What? I might have gotten like it was like I think it was issued for like Iredell County. I don't know, but they never relayed. WBT never relayed alerts from. That was Iredell at the time. That's only Iredell. I think I don't remember, or Alexander. They probably would not relay Alexander too, and probably not York. Because I'm not sure about York. I do know Union County. I do know they relay for Union. But yeah, I caught SVRs for Richmond off of them a few times. Yeah. If you're wondering, you could get the W289BO would be the only station you could get on that only relay. They relay all. They relay all. Also SVRs for Cherokee. Um, yeah. I don't think I've seen WBT relaying alerts for Cherokee. Like, I don't know, because as you know, I do only know that they relay alerts. That's obviously their county, Gaston, Lincoln, in Catawba too. So yeah, back now I might have told you, might have heard it, but like in like last year, I got an alert on WRBK, and Cherokee was also part of the SVR on the video, because and definitely WXL70 was relate the alert, and yeah, you've always found it interesting that WXL70 served both parts of the upstate and Sandhills. Yep, and no, they should actually serve Chester County. No, not Chester County. I mean Lancaster County, because well, the Panhandle, I'd say, because maybe they might have a good signal in the Panhandle. And yeah, I'm wondering why they do serve the Sandhill. Yeah, 1000% they do need to serve Lancaster. Um, because even though I mean there's probably good signal in the Panhandle, and I mean they WXO 70 comes in crystal clear Indian land. Maybe Fort Mill too. Fort Mill too. Fort Mill's in Lancaster County. So yeah, I mean they don't need to serve Chester County, but if they have like, I'm wondering why do they serve Richmond and Montgomery? I mean, and but not Lancaster. Wait, are you sure Fort Mill's in York? Because I checked. I might have swear Fort Mill is in Lancaster. Um, cause I swear Fort Mill is in Lancaster. Wait, is it? Wait, listen, I don't have any other device with me, so I can't really search it up. I'm on live, so I swear I thought it was in Lancaster, right? I know Rock Hill and I know Rock Hill's in Lancaster. I know Lake Wiley is one of them. Fort Mill has addresses in Lancaster, but all of the city limits are in York. Oh, might have been wrong. But yeah. But yeah, I don't even know why they don't serve York at all. And it's like now the worst, like I would say the worst GSP station would be like KXI 81 because they don't even serve what Stevens, and I think it was like I think it was Stevens um or Franklin, I believe. I might have forgot. Yeah, I think it was them. They can't even serve those. They cannot even serve those counties. That's lame. Why cannot they serve those counties? And yeah, yet KG 27 still don't serve Gaston, but guess what? KG 27 serves in the new county, but they still don't serve Gaston. WWG 82 signal goes well into Tennessee, but they don't serve any Tennessee counties. Yep, not a single not a single GSP county serve Tennessee. Now I do know WNG 588 does serve Johnson County. Um, just not a single GSP county serves Tennessee. Not even WNG 538, not WXO 56, not even WWG. Well, yeah, as you said, WWG 82. Oh, KG 27 serves Gaston now. Transmitter map is outdated. I'll check that out because, as you know, still live. But I don't know why they did in the first place though. Yep. Also, I have a like question. Doesn't I was one time on the no on like on the coverage for KPS 506. Don't they serve one county? Doesn't KPS 506 serve one county? Cause I was in the no like NWR coverage like to check KPS 506, and they yet serve only one county. Is that actually true, or because I was checking there and they only serve one county? And I was not even joking. I swear I saw KPS 506 serving there. Only one county. And Oh yeah, KGY5 needs to serve Forsyth, Wilkes, and Yadkin. Honest, they do need to serve Wilkes and Yadkin. No, I wouldn't know about Forsyth. On KPS 506 serve a few counties now, but it used to be only Wilkes. Yeah, I was wondering why do they only serve Wilkes? Why do they only serve one county? That's like gotta be one of the only stations, like maybe in Georgia, that serves one county. I mean, maybe the other stations, I don't know, from the western US, because as you know, some of those counties are too big there, so yeah. WWF 85 Ocala, Florida is like that. Oh, well, but yeah, I was wondering KPS 506 only served Wilkes County. I'm wondering why. That was like very weird. You'd be surprised how many of them exist. Yeah, I would. I would be surprised. But yeah, uh, it was very weird that they did serve one county, and yet you are still and hearing more thunderstorms and still hear more thunderstorms happening. I'm still hearing them, but like doesn't seem to me like a marginal risk is happening because I mean we are under marginal. I mean I don't know if they updated for now because I haven't checked. But and GSP issues a strong thunderstorm for northeastern Macon, northwestern, and north. Oh, I forgot because I literally just swiped it away. But I know it was like yeah, those counties. You But yeah, and by the way, this is also my first time having a live stream in the new home. I maybe could have put that in the title, but it's fine like that. I could have gotten 200 in the old home, but sadly I didn't. But yeah, oh my god. I guess this is my longest stream for now on because I'm realizing I've been having this stream for too long. And I think it's almost like what 2 hours of having this live stream, because it's almost I it isn't like look at this. I think it now and it's almost now it's 2 hours I believe, because I've been on this stream for too long. I guess I'd say this is actually my longest stream. I'd say this is my longest stream for now on, because I have like a few longer streams. Anyways, yeah, and I just realized what was I about to say? I realized just you and Chicopee were the only persons to ever chat and no one else. Sad to be honest, cause as you know, nobody else came. But that's alright, at least I still have people. I mean, that was a very fun live stream for just the two of y'all. But like, yeah, That was the longest live stream I might have had it for now on. No one else. I plan to have maybe another hour, but no, it would be too long. And plus, my phone, my battery wasted all cause the live stream. But yeah, I'll be charging it soon. Don't worry about it. And Raleigh expired for advisory for Cumberland. I think I keep swiping them. I just don't really care about those notifications. I only care when it says issues. Severe thunderstorm, and we yet have not got one. Oh my god. That was actually a fun live stream. So, yeah, it's just two people. Two people. So, I know a lot of people might have went away. But yeah, if you like it was so fun this live stream. I hope y'all have a great day, and I'll see y'all I'll try making another stream next week. So this is actually my longest stream, so hope y'all have a great day, and I will be ending this live stream for now because I am getting bored. So you gotta leave in a few anyway, cause my dog is having a vet appointment. Oh, all right. I don't even have any pets, so yeah. Anyways, I'm gonna be ending this live cause I'm getting bored. So, hope y'all have a great day and stay safe.